attorney lose your case. Your doctor prescribed the wrong meds. The nurse administered the wrong amount of meds. Your house is leaning because your contractor made a mistake. The bridge is falling because the architect made an error. That cashier keeps giving you the wrong change. Maybe your attorney, medical professional, contractor, or architect took some shortcuts. Maybe they copied other people's papers, bought papers from essay mills, cheated on their tests. They paid others to do their assignments. If they did any of these things, they not only committed a serious error, they violated the public trust. They also violated academic integrity. What is academic integrity? Maintaining high ethical standards in your academic endeavors and experience. What does that mean? That means that all scholars, yes, and that includes you as a student, will be honest with the academic community about your academic work and all that you do as an academic and beyond. If you buy papers, cheat, or copy without attribution, then you're being academically dishonest. You are lying. You are stealing. You are cheating. You are setting yourself up for eventual discovery. You are setting yourself up for failure. Common reasons for academic dishonesty include not knowing exactly what academic dishonesty is, freezing up when writing, not understanding the assignment, fearing the idea of asking for help, running out of time to complete the assignment. Here are some examples of academic dishonesty. Let's begin with cheating. You can cheat in several ways, like gaining unfair access to an exam's questions prior to the exam, getting answers from someone else who has previously taken the exam, copying someone else's answers. Another example of academic dishonesty is plagiarism. In the past, writers would borrow parts of or entire texts and revise. Borrowing others' work was very common in the past. Shakespeare adopted stories or used parts of other stories, but made them his own. Even in some cultures today, sharing ideas is what is common since everyone contributes to the collective knowledge. In America, borrowing others' words, ideas, work as your own is not acceptable if you do not give them credit. It's called plagiarism. So plagiarism is intentionally or unintentionally using someone else's work, words, ideas, data, artwork, etc., and pretending as if that work is your own original work. Plagiarism is actually illegal if one infringes on an author's intellectual property rights, including copyright or trademark. Here's another example of academic dishonesty. Translation services. If you have someone translate your paper, for example, without giving that translation service credit, you're actually cheating. This doesn't mean that you cannot get help with translating, but you cannot use a translation service to completely translate your paper and then hand that paper in as if you wrote it in English, for example, on your own. Paper mills. Another example of academic dishonesty. Using essay paper mills or writing services is a problem if you access free, pre-written papers, or if you pay someone to write your paper, you're cheating. Here's something new. It's another example of possible academic dishonesty, and it's AI Chat GPT. AI Chat GPT is a new innovation where artificial intelligence can write a paper for you. AI Chat GPT might be a starting point to help you get off the ground with your paper, But AI Chat GPT should not write your entire paper and you hand that paper in as if you wrote it for yourself. Here's yet another example of academic dishonesty, and that is editing proofreading collusion. Having someone else edit or proofread your work, making all of the corrections, is actually not honest. Think of it this way. An editor or a proofreader can significantly change the writing style of your paper or even the content of your paper, and the paper is no longer fully yours. Now, this doesn't mean that you cannot get help on your paper. You can get help. You can ask someone to point out some issues, but you should fix those problems yourself, or you must give credit to someone else who does the editing, proofreading, and correcting for you. Here's our last example of academic dishonesty: data manipulation. If you have conducted an experiment and the data does not come out as you expected, you cannot go and manipulate or change the data to reflect what you had hoped. That's really dishonest. It's a kind of cheating. Results of academic dishonesty: humiliation, F on the paper or assignment, F for the final grade of the class, dismissal from school. You could lose your job. You can actually be sued and or fined. You could even go to jail in some circumstances. Here's how to avoid academic dishonesty. Do not get test questions from others ahead of time. Do not steal questions or answers. Do not smuggle in cheat notes on an exam. Don't copy someone else's paper. Cite your source when you use someone else's words, ideas, artwork, charts, data. In fact, do not do anything that even appears suspicious with your work. Be honest about what work you have done personally. Hey, have you heard of John Gotti, Bonnie and Clyde, Jesse James, Ma Barker, Bernie Madoff? These folks gained notoriety by being famous criminals. American gangster John Gotti was the boss of the Gambino crime family. American criminal couple Bonnie and Clyde were bank robbers. American outlaw Jesse James was a bank robber and train robber. American crime matriarch Ma Barker was the boss of the Barker Carpus gang. American fraudster financier Bernie Madoff, he was the mastermind of the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Folks who do these kinds of things are doing things to be famous. But do you want to be famous in that kind of way? Do you want to gain your notoriety in a way that you lied, you stole, you cheated? Hopefully you want to gain your notoriety in a better way. Academic integrity begins with integrity. No lying, stealing, or cheating. Only integrity all the way. The end. Academic integrity. Ooh. Academic integrity. Ooh. Let's